Don't be a buzzkill.
They trying to pull me out the higher road, but I just put my hands up with my eyes closed. 'Cause I'm a rebel.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Real Football Picks Week 12 Thanksgiving edition. How you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Gobble, gobble.
Before we go over Week 11 results, we got to do a shot here because we had a
Salute.
horrible beat last night in that Houston game. Just still aggravating. I'm shaking about it still. We're going to have a special guest on the show this week. He's going to talk about the results of that. And then real quickly, Shane, pick of the week was the Bears. Another winner. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Bears covered plus 7.5.
They should have won outright.
Probably. But when you have a bad quarterback that throws interceptions, you can't win.
Terrible.
My pick of the week was Minnesota and Houston. Minnesota won. Houston
That's a good
lost.
pick.
Everyone saw what happened in that game. Bust of the week for Shane in fantasy was DeMarco Murray. He didn't run well, but he had a few catches, and he ended up doing pretty well, so that's a loser for him. Sleeper Howard, 11 points. I consider that a borderline loser. My pick was my sleeper was Moncrief. He had 13. He was supposed to average about 12 points something. I don't say it's a win, but it's not a loss. Raiders wide receiving core was my bust. Number 10, Crabtree, Murray, and Clive Owen. They pretty much all sucked except Amari Cooper got a touchdown at the end. So I say that's a win. Now on to this. Last week Shane went 7-5-2 against the spread. I went 6-6-1. I'm on a streak now where I haven't had a losing week in 6 weeks now. I think you're on your first winning week in a while. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'll take my pick of the week, though.
Yes, you will. You're doing better than me in that. And let's go, and then we're gonna come back with our special guest, and we're going on to Week 12. All right, guys. Now we're gonna go over a few games for Week 12. But first, before we do that, I want to welcome back Ricky. Nice to have you back, buddy.
How are you? How you doing, Ricky?
You know what happened to you? You were missing in action. What was wrong with you? Where were you?
My eyes, 2 cataracts and eyes operation. I had to take a little time off.
Well, that's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
I heard that he was in some tropical beach somewhere with his feet up, relaxing.
Excuse me, senor. May I speak to you, please? I asked for Mai Tai, and they brought me a pina colada, and I said no salt. No salt for the margarita, but it had salt on it. There's big grains of salt on Los Angeles. Again, I won't be leaving the tip.
I didn't
Hanging
want
on to
anybody
that
to know about
Seattle
that.
You had your pick of the year. Your pick of the year
you
came
want-
out.
you
That
all
was like stealing.
You won all that money on that Seattle New England game, even though you're a Boston guy. I think this is going to be a spot where Seattle's looking ahead to next week's revenge game with New England, which we both and my friend
play of the year.
is going to like Seattle in that one. You knew Seattle would come to
I
play
was
in
waiting
that
for
game.
2 years
And
for that
what's
game.
terrible about that is I know why you didn't tell anybody, because you didn't want to take no one with you. A little selfish on your part. This guy's selfish. Honestly, if I understand, but he hogs all the women, and thanks for doing that. You're a real pal. Before we go any further about the picks of the week, I just want to confirm this again. About that Oakland-Houston game, do you have any comments on that?
Oh my God, that was the most unbelievable game I've seen in 15 years. The refereeing is horrible. But in this game, there were 5 bad calls. Okay, 1 touchdown was called back because the referee blew the whistle. 2 interference calls. 1, the guy threw the ball way out of the end zone. Okay, they said the ball was catchable. Okay. Another call, the guy tripped. They called interference. And at the end of the game, the guy makes a first down twice. Okay, and they review it and they still get it wrong. Okay. These referees should be put in prison. Okay. That's what I think.
I'm actually going to write it.
Lock 'em up.
I wrote an email to Roger Goodell.
Everybody should. That's what everybody should do
should
watching
write
the
an email to Roger
show.
Goodell.
Write a note to the NFL about these passive interference calls.
You know the ratings
and
are down
bogus.
this year in the NFL. Maybe the officiating has something to do with it.
The officiating is horrible.
Okay, let's get into Week 12 picks. We're going to go over 4 games, and then we'll do our pick of the week. First game we're going to be going over is a Thanksgiving game. It's the Washington Redskins are playing pretty good football against the mighty Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is on a real good streak right now. Dallas is -7 in this game. Who do you got, Rick?
I like Washington. There's too many points. They score a lot of points. They can score enough points to cover the 7
So he likes
points.
Washington +7. Shane?
I'm going with Washington as well. I know Dallas is covered. I think they're 9-1 or something against
They are
the spread.
9-1.
Something ridiculous.
That's what they
It's
are.
ridiculous. But Washington's game. It's I know it's Thanksgiving also. Dallas, Detroit, blah, blah, blah. Washington Redskins.
Okay, I'm going to go opposite of my compadres here. I'm taking Dallas -7 in this game, and the reason being is every year there's always a team or two that has these great spread runs when they're not supposed to. They win games when they're not supposed to. And this year it's the Dallas Cowboys, and they never cover at home laying points. They never cover on the road when they're favored. They've been doing all that this year. I really believe Washington has a problem stopping the run. Ezekiel Elliott will run the ball for 150 yards in this game, and they will control the clock and time possession. Kirk Cousins will have a turnover here or there, and Dallas will win the game by more than 7. On to the next one. We're going to go over Arizona at Atlanta. Atlanta's -4. Ricky.
I think Arizona might be one of the worst 5 teams in the NFL. The quarterback's playing horrible. The team's playing horrible. They got no energy. And Atlanta scores 35 points a game. They're going to score 30 points again, and they're going to cover the 4 points.
I'm going with Atlanta as well. I like the 30 birds.
No, same as what he said?
Same as me.
Same as what he said.
I don't want to make this.
I will take Arizona +4.
Here we go.
Because one thing Arizona does do well is they stop the run. They are the #1 run defense in the league. I believe that they could keep it competitive because here's another thing. Atlanta does score 30 points a game, but they also are the worst defense in the league. They are the worst defense against quarterbacks in the league. Quarterbacks have great games against them. I believe it's going to be a close game, and I think either team can win by 3 points. Next! Kansas City at Denver. Denver's laying 3.5. Ricky.
Denver's a phony team. They've been playing crummy for 6 weeks. Kansas City's won 17 of the last 20 games, only blown out in 1 game in the last 20. Getting 3.5 points is too much. It'll be a close game. Kansas City wins the game by a field goal, loses by a field goal. Kansas City.
I like Kansas City. We're agreeing again, Rick.
Oh my God.
I like Kansas City as well. I know you might be in trouble with me. I like Kansas City as well. I think it's like they're like 4-1 or something like that, and the road team in this series is covered like 5-1 or something like that. I just like KC.
We got a three-peat on Kansas City. I too like Kansas City. Kansas City looked like crap last week versus Tampa. I believe Kansas City is going on the road is going to help them. 3.5 is a lot in a game that's always very close. I'll take 3.5 points with Kansas City as well. So we're all on Kansas City. And the last game we're going to go over this week is going to be Green Bay at Philadelphia Monday night. Philadelphia's -3.5. Ricky.
I love this Philadelphia team. I know I lost in the last week, but they got cheated again by the referees. They had an 80-yard touchdown call back, a penalty holding bogus at the end where they were at the 20-yard lines to cover. They're 4-0 at home, averaging win by 13 points a game. Green Bay's giving up over 30 points a game. The last 4 games, I like Philadelphia to win by more than 10.
I like Green Bay because the fizzle for the shizzle for Philly is definitely dizzle. I'm going with Green Bay. I think. Wait, what's the quarterback on Philly again?
Bad pick. That wins it.
Wentz, he said.
Carson Wentz.
He knows.
He
him.
did it.
I'm
going with Green Bay.
going to say this. I'm happy that you're going with Green Bay. I'm taking Philly. Philly -3.5. Green Bay's just a horrible team. Their defense can't stop a nosebleed. I like Philly at home. They are 4-0 at home. They'll do what their defense just steps up at home. Green Bay's atrocious. I saw some film on Aaron Rodgers last week. He's making a lot of stupid throws now. Philly
talking to his family.
He's not. He's not the same.
Philly -3.5 is my side.
Winner.
Good luck with your games against the spread. The rest of the picks will be as follows. And now we're going to do our pick of the week. Not only will we give you our pick of the week, we'll do a pick that we like the most on Thanksgiving, just so you can have some action on Thanksgiving. Rick, who's your Thanksgiving pick and your play of the week?
I got to take Indianapolis. Pittsburgh's a horrible road team. They shouldn't have covered last week against Cleveland, who's probably the second worst team in the NFL. 9 points is ridiculous. I don't care if you're a quarterback. I take the Colts +9.
And who's your play of the week?
My top play of the week is my third top play of the year. Very strong play. Oakland played horrible game, was on the field for 36 minutes. They're tired, they're traveling, they're a bad home team. They don't need the game as much. Carolina's desperate for a win because they're a couple games behind. They've been playing well. They blew 1 game, they're up by 17 points. Other than that, they're playing very well. Oakland will not even win this game. Carolina will win this game by a touchdown or more.
I like that one.
I like that too.
Shane.
I'm going with the Washington Redskins for my pick of the week for the
Thanksgiving.
yeah, for the Thanksgiving. I already told you I like them. I like the 7. I think they're going to keep it close. This might be an upset special, actually. And then my pick of the week for the regular season, I know you might not agree with this, but I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Seattle has to travel to Tampa Bay. I'm taking Tampa Bay as my pick of the week.
All right. Good luck with
They're
that.
3-18, by the way, in their last 21 home
At
games.
home.
They're going to be about
Maybe they'll be 4-18. Okay.
Maybe they'll be 4-18.
My Thanksgiving special is also going to be Indianapolis +9. As he said, Pittsburgh's a horrible road team. Ben Roethlisberger's thrown one touchdown pass in his last 4 road games. I know he has great numbers against the Colts. It's unbelievable numbers, but they don't tell you how bad he's doing on the road this year. Pittsburgh may win the game, but I don't think it's going to be by 9. I think it'll be way more competitive. Colts defense has been playing pretty good the last few weeks. They've actually been a lot better than what people perceive them to be. But my play of the week is going to be a game that a lot of people won't like, but I don't care. I'm taking Cleveland +7. The Giants, again, when they win by less than 7 points. 9 of 10 games now. They just won again last week, and I just told you that stat. They've won in the last 8 games they won by less than 7 points. And last week they ended up winning by 6. I have a feeling this week they're going to win by 3 to 6. I'm going to take 7 in that game, or they may lose the game. This could be a loss for them.
They say,
so
good
Cleveland
luck, buddy.
is my play of the week.
Good luck, buddy.
Good luck with your plays of the week, guys. And we're on to the next segment. And now, the Spatula Pick of the Week.
Doing our Spatula Pick of the Week.
And now it's that time for the Spatula Pick of the Week. Last week's Spatula Pick of the Week, the Houston Texans went down hard by some controversial crap. The Spatula Pick of the Week is now 5-5. And this week's Spatula Pick of the Week is
With 80%. With 80% of the public on the New England Patriots, the Spatula Pick of the Week is the New York Jets.
Jets! Jets! All right.
Can't wait.
And now it's that time for the Fantasy Football Minute. This week's Fantasy Football Minute is sponsored by Jimmy's Turkey Farm in Henderson. Grass-fed turkeys, no GMOs, fresh for Thanksgiving. You pick it, we clip it. Shane, have you ever had a Jimmy's Turkey?
I have. They're very delicious. Me and my friend Shiloh went there before, and we enjoyed the grass-fed fed turkey.
When you eat it, does it taste like very
delicious.
Does it taste organic?
Very, very much.
Have you ever had a grass-fed
No,
turkey?
but I eat organic chicken sometimes, not turkey.
You're looking healthy these days. How's the eyes look, by the way? He got his eyes
Yes,
done. I
I
think
can
he looks
see them.
handsome.
You can see?
Okay.
You might not want to look that way because you see Josh.
Here we go.
That's scary.
Bust of the week this week, Shane. Who's your bust of the week?
Bust of the week is Devonta Freeman.
Oh.
I know you don't think he's that much of a bust. He's going to bust.
Who's they playing?
Pitt.
Who?
New Orleans. Arizona.
Oh, the running back. Oh, so the number one defense in the league, good bust, is playing against Devontae Freeman. The number one rush defense in the league is playing against Devontae
He's
Freeman.
ranked like
and
10th.
you think he's going to be a bust?
How many
Okay.
running backs?
My bust of the week is going to be Melvin Gordon against Houston. I think Houston did a really good job against the running back last week, Murray, and I think they're going to keep it up this week. But I still think San Diego will probably win this game. But I think Melvin Gordon's not going to run much against them. Okay, sleeper pick now, Shane. Who's your sleeper?
Sleeper's going to be Frank Gore.
Frankie Gore versus Pittsburgh.
Yep, that's who I was going to.
So you think they're going to have to run, and they're going to for them to be competitive, you're saying he's going to have to run.
With Toyson or what's
Since
his name?
what's his name's out, Luck's out. Tolson, yeah. Do you have any fantasies?
Yes, my fantasy is a girl in Thailand named Dao that I'm waiting to see come back to see her in 3 months.
Would you say? Is it true if you don't use it, you lose it? Running back city.
You're a crazy one. Okay. My sleep is going to be Steve Smith, Baltimore Ravens. He's ranked like 17th according to some polls. Guy's just a beast still. He's an older guy, still playing at a high efficiency rate. You could get 7 catches out of him, 100 yards and a touchdown. I like him a lot this week. And that's your Fantasy Football Minute. And that's going to wrap it up for Week 12, Thanksgiving edition, Real Football Picks. Before we go, I just want to congratulate last week's T-shirt winner again, Jack Lavopi. Congratulations. He gets the 109 yards rushing by Lamar Miller, and he ran for 104. Your T-shirt's on the way. Hopefully Josh makes the rest of these T-shirts so I don't have to keep running to Big Frogs and getting
He's
robbed.
109. I think Belmares was 111.
Yeah, Belmayer's lost.
He did.
And I'm sure he's unhappy with that.
He is.
And I am too. This week's T-shirt giveaway is going to be Aaron Rodgers passing yards Monday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles. Guess how many yards Aaron Rodgers will throw for? Comment below, and you too can win a collector's item Real Football Picks T-shirt.
And guys, please like and share our Facebook page.
And please subscribe to YouTube channel.
As always, for Shane, Mr. Jai-alai, this is Vinny saying thanks for coming to Week 12.
Hasta lasagna, don't get any on you.
And goodbye, and don't forget to write to the NFL about the poor officiating, okay?
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Woo!